In my next lifetime, if God is to do me the favor of bringing me back to do this thing called life another round, I would like to be born with the audacity of a rich Caucasian woman, preferably a Blake Lively. I don't want to be Blake Lively. I want to come back as me. I want to come back with this skin. I'm not giving this up. I want to come back with this teeth. I'm not giving this up because my God, let me catch you up. Let's get into it.
F around and find out. F around and find out.
Hello there, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of F Around and Find Out. I'm your host, Elsie, and I appreciate you for being here. Have you seen what she's asking for? And have you seen the tone in which she's asking for it? That woman pretty much told the judge, hurry up. You're working on my time. You're working on my dime. I don't know that for a fact. We've talked a lot, and you guys have heard a lot about me, but you don't know that I'm a twin, right? Well, today, because I don't want my mouth to get me in trouble, because we know my mouth can tend to get me in trouble, I would like to introduce my very own attorney. Well, she's not really my attorney, but if she would have me, LGA. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Clap. Put your claps in the comments because we want to see it later.
If you want, I can hire an intimacy coordinator for us.
We should have one right in the middle. Like the things you text me. If you guys could only see our text messages, there would be another lawsuit on our hands. But
let's not give them any ideas.
Let's not. Because the next thing we're gonna get is a subpoena for.
We got this.
We have the best bloopers, by the way. If you guys ever want to see it, let me know. So, because I'm not a lawyer and I want to make sure I'm able to break down this word salad of a document in a way that everybody understands, I finally was able to pin this one down. And when I say pin down, it's hard to do. She's all over the place. She's never in one place. But today, she sat down and actually brought tea. I don't know why. You should have brought a salad. This is salad business. This does not call for tea. But anyway, cheers. So I have this drinking game going on my channel where every time you hear defamation or smear campaign or retaliation, you drink. But today you drink whatever you're drinking. So you sip your tea. I just drink water. But to make it fun today, every time you hear 47.1, drink. How do you feel about that?
I think this might be the last time we hear about 47.1 for a while, actually.
If there's a God, if God is alive, yes.
Because this is it. This is the reply brief. So it's the person who files the opening motion, files opening motion. Then Wayfair gets to oppose. So whoever opposes. And then there's a reply. And then that's it.
Then the judge makes his decision.
And then the judge either has a hearing or he makes a decision. And so there is no reason, no how for them to bring up 47.1 ever again.
Right. And we've had this conversation 100 times where we both agree that at least we think, and we've thought things had been wrong on this docket, but we agree that at the very least, Judge Lyman has no interest whatsoever with touching 47.1 with a protected 10-foot pole.
Oh, yeah, no.
Do you see him changing his mind because Blake says she wants a hearing? I want to be born with the audacity of Blake Lively.
It would be an interesting life experience for sure. Hey. Unlimited money.
I want it. I want it so badly. Like I need that in my veins. Put it in my veins.
But maybe that's what got her here. We don't know.
You know what it is? My mother never told me life was like a bowl of cherries. Because had she done that, I could have been strutting.
Not gonna lie, I don't really know what that means. I don't know. Is that an American phrase? Like, I don't really understand what that is.
You're asking me?
I don't know.
I'm West African.
Here.
Let's take a poll in the comments. We can come back and check later. Is the life is like a bowl of cherries thing? I feel like it's something else. I've heard something else. Life is like
a box of chocolates.
A box of chocolate. That I've heard. The cherries thing, she probably came up with that on the fly.
I don't even know.
Better yet, her husband set her up. Ryan probably was like, say life is like a bowl of cherries. People will love that.
Someone please explain to us what that means. I need to know. I need to understand
it. Is there a specific part of this you want to cover? I'm going to throw this up on here.
My first reaction to this was like, what? I had a hard time getting through the document because it was very, very hard to read. It was very disorganized, very convoluted, word salad, I think you called it. It was Not their best work, I would say.
Would you agree this makes them look desperado in the spirit of, Benito doing the doing the halftime show? Does this make them look a little desperado?
It does. It just feels like they threw everything that they could possibly fit into this document as a last ditch effort and didn't really hone in on the issues that were most important.
Yeah. I
Like
was wondering, did the judge tell them you can only file 15 pages? Did it because why?
there are restrictions actually, and I didn't look up
Oh.
what the court's restrictions are, but every federal court has its restrictions. So they probably had a page limit and it was 15, yeah.
And
But
they still gave us word salad.
But I would, if I were to have written something like this, if I was to be required to write something like this, I think I would have just narrowed in on the really, really important things. Because a reply brief is just like, okay, you have an opposition, so now is your chance to tell the court these are going to be your questions coming out of that. Let me address them. I think they went too wide. And they tried to address everything, and they ended up not really addressing anything in real substance.
What do you feel about her insistence that, hey, I don't want us to go to a jury. We have all the facts, we have all the evidence, even though the whole point is let's go to trial, let's see what comes up at trial. And she's like, actually, no, you have enough, Your Honor. She's pretty much even asking for a hearing if need be. But like, I don't get that. Where does she feel what comfort? Not comfort, maybe it's not the word, but where does she get the nerve really to feel like she can ask for that? Does the fact that the judge has given her everything so far make her more emboldened, is the word, to go ahead and say, yeah, you know what? The court has the authority to act. I don't need you to go to a jury to get any more information. Act now. Where does she get that from?
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of how all of their motions have been written. I mean, they've acted as if they have won everything. What I found really surprising, if you want to throw it up, is on page 6.
Okay.
Is and this goes to your point that why should she endure a jury trial?
Yeah.
To prove that she's already prevailed. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You brought a lawsuit. You have to endure a jury trial when you bring a lawsuit.
The way for parties argue that the court cannot conclude that Ms. Lively is the prevailing defendant in a defamation action, which has now been dismissed with prejudice or abandoned in its entirety. Instead, they argue Ms. Lively must endure. Endure is such a annoying word. It's like we're tying her down to sit through a jury trial.
That's the thing that strikes me, is that a plaintiff brings a case to get a jury trial.
Yeah.
She requested a jury trial.
Yeah.
So for them to turn around and say, no, now you're making her endure a jury trial. No. She's the plaintiff in this case. She wants a jury trial. How is it such a bad thing for her to have a jury trial on the claims that she's brought?
This makes no sense and runs. First of all, this makes no sense. Like, lawyers are writing this. This makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
And runs counter to the California legislature's expression intent. You live in New York, you got a job in New Jersey, and you ran to California to file a lawsuit. Waiting and pretty much covering yourself in this California legislature blanket is annoying to me.
Well, that's the other thing, is that, they say the California legislature, and they say that maybe should be your catchphrase over and over again here, but they actually don't go into what did they intend. Did the California legislature actually intend that anyone and everyone that gets a defamation lawsuit can then use this?
Yeah.
So did the legislature intend to protect all of the citizens of the United States? Or was it really intended to protect the citizens of California?
Yeah, because I think in the other document, they further explained that it was not meant to be extraterritorial. Like it wasn't meant to just go above board and cover everything. If it was supposed to do that, it would have been a federal law. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, at no point did the judge say, I'm dismissing Baldoni's lawsuit and I'm using 47.1 as a lick of a reason. He didn't cite it.
He didn't cite
at
it.
all. So why do they keep thinking that's what's going to get them this money? And again, continues to prove it's broke behavior. You're broke. Just say that. Just at this point, start a GoFundMe for your money back. You have enough supporters that might donate to you. This is ridiculous. And
Yeah.
even in cases where I think we talked about this before, even in cases where people do deserve to get some money, judges are reluctant at the very least to offer plaintiffs
Yeah.
just money, especially huge amounts of money. Am I correct?
Yeah, no, sanctions and damages like this are not favored in courts. And
Yeah,
so often the court is going to temper them. I mean, treble damages is really significant. It's and that's not something that gets awarded very frequently. It has to be egregious, which is why there's this component of malice that has
yeah.
to be proven. So there's malice comes up on both sides.
Mhm.
So malice comes up with 47.1 because 47.1 only makes the statements privileged if they're said without malice, right?
Right.
So Lively has to have said statements without malice. So that's the first time it comes up. And then they come up in this sense in the fact that if you're asking for treble damages, Lively has to prove that the Wayfair parties filed their defamation lawsuit with malice. So there's like cross like proving of malice of both
Yeah.
sides for this. And what they don't talk about in this at all is how is a ruling on this now not going to cause a problem, an inconsistent ruling later on. Like
Exactly.
when we actually get to the merits of her claims, like how is the judge to make a decision on that now before the claims have ever gotten to the jury? And
Yeah.
that's why she says, well, you don't need to go to a jury. You can decide it now. But then how is the judge going to deal with the inconsistency if there is one?
Scooter. You can't just call take backsies. Be like, hey, can I have that money back while I refigure this out? Like, we don't do refunds.
Yeah.
And
No refunds.
what you just said actually made me think of something else. Another reason I feel like the judge would definitely not touch this now with what she's asking for is, again, there's no precedence. You,
Yeah.
Judge Lyman, do not want to be the man who set the
No.
precedence for this moving forward, because now people are going to cite Lively v. Wayfair Baldoni v. Lively, saying, see, before she even went to trial, she got her money. She got
Mhm.
her case dismissed. Already, the case being dismissed, even though he claims he didn't touch 47.1 and we don't have any paper trail of that, it's still lingering. People are still going to find a way to cite this case moving forward.
Yeah.
So another reason for him to definitely not touch this. And if we look at this right here, this is wrong. Miss Lively's claims do not necessitate oh my God. Miss Lively to prove she acted without malice. The Wayfair parties did not allege otherwise in their lawsuit and should not benefit from the fact that Miss Lively's affirmative claims remain standing. It's pretty much like, yeah, I don't have to prove SH to get my money. I don't have to prove SH at all to even be here.
But it's just
friendly.
wrong. I mean, they're just conflating things that should not be conflated. Like, I don't know if they didn't proofread this, but what are they talking about here?
Yeah, they said she doesn't need to prove anything. She is the Queen of Sheba. And if it's ridiculous, I actually should have picked a different video for us to make, one that bore fruit or one that was important, because the more we do this, I'm realizing this is a waste of both of our times. And I really just wanted to hang out with you.
You know what? That's
because why are we here?
There's not a lot in this, and I'm like kind of surprised because this was their opportunity to really hit this, and they didn't. And I mean, it's done. Like, they can't bring it up anymore.
And then I think they say further down, I can't remember, but they were like, Miss Lively would like to request a trial or something, not a trial, a hearing with the judge. You know, if you need us to show you more proof, we want to be discreet, but we can show you more things. And girl, why?
Oh, they want it. I thought that was interesting too. They want an evidentiary hearing with respect to the punitive damages, but they don't want an evidentiary hearing with respect to the malice.
Exactly. They're like, yeah, we don't want it to be.
We're gonna pick and choose which one we want to do.
I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I think right here at the end down here, the court is therefore fully empowered to determine. We know that the judge knows his job to determine the application of punitive damages at this juncture. If the court concludes that further evidence is warranted, Ms. Lively seeks a brief evidentiary hearing on these discrete issues. It's not that discrete. We all know what's going on. Just give it up. Which should be held separate from the trial on Ms. Lively's affirmative claims to avoid confusing the issues. We're not.
So now it's going to confuse the jury?
We're not confused.
Why not just do it after the trial? Like, again, my question is, why now?
You know what? And like we said, it's desperation. I feel like and I think we talked about this before we came on here. This is not a good look, at least from the way I see it. And I'm nobody's lawyer. I haven't even read the law, but this is like a desperate, and I don't know why they would do it. I don't know what made them do it, but it's giving as much as we've had a lot of wins on the docket and we've claimed a lot of victories in the public eye and everything. We know we might not see maybe $1 or what we think we're going to see from this if we go in front of a jury. A regular person on the jury or whoever is going to see this and be like, okay, fine, the judge dismisses claims, but she's not proving a single thing. She's not telling us why we're even here. We're definitely not about to hand her millions at this point. The billables in this case must be nuts. I mean, I don't even want to know how bad. But
I mean, it's definitely in the tens of millions. And I could see it. Yeah, no, it's definitely because there's two really, really big law firms billing on the same case.
Yeah.
And that's just on her side.
Mm-hmm.
So the fees are astronomical in this case.
I think so too. And honestly, I keep believing, and I've been saying, I think her lawyers have been convincing her that you're going to end up getting your money back.
Yeah.
So let's just keep filing stuff. Because people don't realize every page costs money.
Mm-hmm.
Every document costs. And we're like, what document is this? Document 800 and some change. And I feel like Blake's team has filed more things than Justin's team for sure. So let's say we're even divvying it up. Even if they filed 400 things, tell us this. What is the average? Maybe not averaging it out, but like how ridiculous is 800 documents?
I mean, I had a complex case in federal court. It can be, I mean, but we're talking usually when there's 10 defendants and 10 plaintiffs and, all 20 different law firms involved. And it's like, an example of a case that might look like that is like a construction defect lawsuit that's going on for like 5 years, 10 years. That's going to get to the 800
count.
But we're like on what, month 8?
Month 9, we could call it. We're leaving September tomorrow. We could call it month 9.
Yeah, like month 9 of a essentially two-sided case. Like, that's crazy.
No, and even 800, I'm not even counting everything from Van Zandt and the Jones Works. I think we're at 1,000.
Yeah, we're not even counting the Jones Works case.
I think we're crossed 1,000.
And then the Perez side story and
it's crazy. I mean, every time I see the document number, I'm like, it's maddening to me. Like, how did we get here so fast? And again, it keeps proving to me, I feel like she's probably given her lawyers like a open checkbook. Like they have an open checkbook, they have an open-ended budget, and it's like, hey, write checks, do what you got to do.
Well, it does seem that way because in normal cases, you wouldn't see this level of discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Like you wouldn't be like chasing down Twitter and Pinterest. Was it Pinterest subpoenaed? Like, why do you need Pinterest?
Yeah. I really don't know what they were hoping to see from that.
You just wouldn't. Like I've had a lot of I've defended a lot of employment cases, and we wouldn't get this kind of discovery from a plaintiff. You get the kind of normal, like, go give me the personnel file and give me the witnesses, and you have a couple of depositions, and then it goes to trial. But like this is just this is like the textbook law school needs to teach this of how to scorch the earth with litigation.
How to send your kids to college.
How to
get generational wealth.
Everything about this case has been like on steroids.
Exactly. But at the very least, we know Mike Gottlieb and Ezra and everybody else's kids are going to grow up to be very wealthy. They'll have a lake house somewhere. We're helping their parents make this money. At this point, I truly believe without the content creators, this case would have ended months ago. It doesn't make sense.
Are you saying it ends with us, Elsie?
I'm saying it started with us. And I love Justin, but I'm telling you, the way Blake started this out and the way she got people on her side day 1, week 1, if the content creators did not get up in arms and were like, nah, we don't, something is not right, this case would have ended much sooner. I believe that. But also Blake not realizing Justin had a billionaire backer will always be the highlight of my life. She was like, wait, he has a what? Who's paying the bill? You're
Yeah,
telling
I
me it's
really
not
don't
him?
think I think they underestimated
Yeah,
him.
they
Yeah.
did. Even though they claimed they heard Steve Sherwood saying he was
Yeah.
gonna put up $100
They
million.
didn't take him seriously. He told them. He didn't lie.
They didn't believe him. They effed
He
around
said,
and
I
they're
will
finding
spend
out.
whatever I need to do to defend it if it comes up, and that's what he's a man of his word. You got to hand it to him.
They definitely fafoed and they're finding out.
I got some really good, interesting connections out of this. Elsie and I are soul sisters. We didn't know it. We're on opposite
Exactly.
sides. We are literally could not possibly be on more
Further
opposite
apart.
sides.
And somehow we are the same exact person, just in different fonts.
All right. Thank
I
you.
appreciate you for
Elsie.
hanging out with me, though. I'll see you later. And you guys, please make sure to go follow LGA on here. I'm going to put your link. Please
Okay.
subscribe to her. She just got on YouTube, but she's already doing big things. Go subscribe to her. Whenever you come to me and I tell you all kinds of crap in regular English, you go to her and she will tell you the same thing. But because you've heard it in regular English, when you hear it in law English, it will make so much sense. Right?
We work as a team.
It literally is like a ping pong game. But I appreciate you for hanging out. I appreciate you for watching. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe to both of our channels. She's on TikTok. I'm going to post everything down in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.